they speak about. Okay? So, the stock market, when you are investing, it's going through phases. Many years good, 1 year or two or three bad. If you are an investor, you should continue investing the whole life. It's like when you have the 401k, although it has good, it has bad things, but this is what the people know. So the 401k is the thing that you should do. Let's say if you don't know nothing, you should at least do 401k or any other plan. Why? Because you are obliged to contribute each paycheck. This is what we call investing. Investing, it's a habit. Either the market is bad, the market is good, you continue contribute, you continue to buy. It is not you buy once and you stay 20 years. Because a lot of people, they begin like this and they make some money, but they think that is investing. Other people, I'm telling you, other people, they do the biggest mistake not to invest any money in the stock market. Not to invest. I'm not saying people who have businesses no, I'm not speaking about those, because those, if you are investing in businesses, they have some money at the end, they can sell their business, they have money and so on. But for me, I'm speaking just about the normal people. Okay? I'm speaking just about the normal people, people who are paycheck to paycheck. Okay? Paycheck to paycheck, and understand that if your paycheck is small, even if it is small, you can take some money and you invest, because there is no, in the whole history, if you check what is the best investment, you find it in stock market. Okay? No gold, no bonds, no silver, no CDs, no other things. But you will find that stock market gives the best performance. Why? It's just because stock market, some years are good, some years are bad, but most of the time the good thing is better than the worst thing. That's why the stock market is the best. If you use bonds, you will be into a very, very small performance. If you buy gold, you get stagnate, you get stuck in something. That's why it is the worst investment that you can do. And you can see history, you can go to history of investments, and you see that we find the stock market, then you find bonds, then you find gold and silver and the other metals. It's just because of the way it moves. Like Warren Buffett said, if you buy 1 ounce of gold, after 20 years, it is 1 ounce of gold. It doesn't change. But a share of a company, it changes. It becomes bigger and bigger and bigger because of the value. Okay? Let's say Apple was $1. Before it goes to $700. Just an example, okay? And then we have the split. From 700, it goes to 100. But let's say I give you this example. From $1, it goes to 700. Now, if you compare it with gold has never been $1 and then it has gone to 700. It means 7,000%. Do you understand that? So, when you understand the stock market and you are an investor, you should invest in good and bad times. This is one of the basics of investing. Investing, you should understand what is it. It's a habit. It's a good habit. Like you, for example. Let's say I'm not speaking about investing. You have what we call an emergency fund, which is a personal finance thing. Let's say each month you don't invest in stock market, you don't have a 401k, you don't have nothing, but you have a saving account. You just put your money, like 100, 200, or whatever you have, 300, or whatever you have, whatever you want to put. And after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you will see that you have accumulated an investment. Although it stagnates, it doesn't go up that much. Even if they give you interest rate like 1% to 2% or 3%, it's not a big deal. But understand that you see that you have money. This money is a good help wherever you want to do something, to buy a home, to do business, to buy a business, or to do business with someone, or to want to after you retire, you go and you enjoy yourself with your money, you go traveling. Okay, so you understand? It means always you are at advantage of better than some people who don't save money. People who don't save money, who are like at a paycheck, from paycheck to the paycheck, if there is any problem, you will get a real problem and you get stuck. And this is one of the biggest things that I always speak about. I say always you should do something. Do not spend all your money, even if it is small. You say, oh, my money is just small. The paycheck is small, so I just have to pay my bills. That's it. So you should change your situation. Find a better job. Go get some education. Go get some training. Do some jobs that goes by time to make more and more and more money. But do not stay in the same situation and you blame the stock market, you blame the whole economy and say, what the economy do to you if you don't change yourself? So this is what I am speaking about in all this stuff. So in order to finish this, when you know what the stock market is doing, you can take advantage of it, especially like us who are swing traders. Let's say even if you stay out of the trouble, let's say when we have coronavirus last month or 2 months ago, and the stock market was in February was collapsing, even if you sell everything and you watch, this is a good thing. Because you have understood that there is something wrong in the market, so you sell everything and you lay down and you just watch. Although you don't take advantage of selling short or buying options or whatever, but still you are good because you keep all your money safe in your account and you don't trade until you see something good. But other people, they buy something on the top, stocks at the top, thinking that the market will never go down, and then the stock market will be going down. They hold in these stocks. These stocks go down too much and they lose a lot of money. So what they expect at least the market goes to where they bought, and then they can get their money back. This is what they ask. They don't ask a profit anymore. So if you can ask yourself why you put yourself into that situation, into waiting and begging for the market to go up in order to get back your money. The market can sometimes never go up in few months or in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. No, you will never know. And you keep holding and you keep losing. This happens with the stocks mainly for those who buy stocks, and they always get in trouble because of that. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. I have finished now. After drinking some coffee, I will begin to answer your questions. So I begin with Advanced Trader. Thank you, Advanced Trader. You are the first to write Thank you, Advanced Trader. Cosmos, thank you for coming. Lighthouse Show, thank you very much for coming. I can't hear. Yes, we have fixed that. Let's say Advanced Trader, Lighthouse. Yes, we hear you. Okay. The first question is from Advanced Trader. He said, we are in a good trend, but it looks like Trump went back to his old games. Okay. Understand that Trump and Dr. Fauci or whatever the pronunciation, okay, they give bad news. But the stock market is going up. So, here, Trump has no influence on the stock market. If he has an influence, and he said to you that we are in 1 million cases of coronavirus, the market will collapse. But the market is still going up. So, and do not try to make someone he is governing the stock market. Stock market is free. It's you, I, and other people who are making the stock market. It is not Trump. It is not Trump or the economy or whatsoever. It is us. So understand that. So you should look always to the stock market prices. Try to take conclusions. Don't worry about what they say, because sometimes they say a lot of bad things, but the market is still going up, and it is the case. Now the stock market is still going up. So what they say is not important. It doesn't influence right away the stock market. So hope, because of this situation of coronavirus, Trump or the president is always making journalist conferences and TVs and a lot of stuff. He speaks too much and he explains and he do, it's a lot of stuff, a lot of news. NASA, I say, thank you very much for coming. Cosmos, go ahead. We can hear you. Thank you very much. Advanced Trader said, please try to follow up with questions because it is important to keep discussion. So, as I told you, Advanced Trader, I always, when I begin the live, I will try to take 1 hour explaining everything about the subject, what I want to tell you. I explain. Now, when I explain, you should ask questions. Because I spoke about day trading, I spoke about swing trading, I spoke about investing, and what is the relation to the stock market, the prices of the stock market compared to the economy, to analysts and what they say. Okay? So when I'm speaking and explaining, you have questions, you ask. Now when I come to you, I will just answer your questions. Lighthouse Show said, the format is 1 hour listen, 2nd hour question and answer. Thank you very much, Lighthouse. Thank you very much. You understand good. But I repeat this each live. I say it's always the same. I try to explain first the lesson. Because if you begin to ask me, anyone has a different question and we don't speak about anything. So we just do random thing. And it's better to do a subject and to focus all the questions on the subject. Now, if you have other questions, you can ask whatever. You are free to ask any question. Okay? Advanced Trader said data and PR, it means you mean the price, is very important to any trade. The data, I don't know, what do you mean by data or data? Do you mean the chart or do you mean the news? It depends. It depends. It depends what you are doing in the market. Are you day trader, swing trader, or an investor? An investor, for example, the news, it doesn't matter that much, the news. Okay? What it matters is his opinion about his investment, his company. Does he put more money, or does he cut some money from it, or he buys another investment? This is what matters for the investor. But the news, we have each day thousands of news. He cannot just listen to any news and he take decision. He is not a day trader. Okay? So understand that each one is different. Basan say, good evening, Basan. Cosmos, very difficult to trade money in a volatile market is very difficult. Those having access to news, they are winners. One tweet is changing entire market. Okay. What do you mean by those who access to news? The news is there. You should wait for the news. You should be one of the first, but because it is difficult. It's difficult to compete with other people. And sometimes it is good news and the stock goes down. Well, I have seen it many times, and I have showed you many examples before. Facebook, one time it has good news, good earnings, but the next morning it goes down. From the previous day, we thought that there is a gap up. There is no gap up. Sometimes like Apple, they downgraded. One of the brokers, analysts, they downgrade Apple. It has a very large gap down. Next morning. But after a few days, it goes up very good. So the news, you should be with the news. The news are available. They are online. You go to your broker and you ask him, where is the news? He showed you. But you can't compete with these guys. These guys are in a second. They buy millions of shares. When you come, you think, you watch, and then you listen. People have already bought, and the gap up is there. Try to check the news, the earning news. Try to take the afternoon off. Put your chart after the market close, if the news after, and watch and see the news. You are reading the news, and then you see there is a gap up. You can't even think. So the news is, some people, they trade after the news. Sometimes the stock, when there is a gap down, in the next day, the market is still going down, so you can make money. Or tomorrow, the market is up, you buy in the morning, sometimes the market goes up more and more, so you can make money. These are just at random strategy. This is not a strategy. It is just miss or hit strategy. You can do that. You can do this strategy. But understand that sometimes we have a gap up in the morning at 9:30, and then the gap up goes down, and the gap is filled down. So the market is, let's say it is up $20, but this $20 becomes $5 at the end of the day because they short it. All the people, when they see $20, they sell in the morning. So you buy, you think that the market is going up and the market will be going down, so you lose money. Okay? So when you say access to the news, you have access to the news. You are like anybody else. For example, if you go to Yahoo, I think there is a free service when you can join the CEO when he gives the news. You can listen the same as everybody else. But sometimes you don't have time to think, and then you go to your broker, you open your broker, and you hit buy. When you hit buy, you find sometimes you think that it is good news, but they say later that it is bad news. So Understand that these things are not easy. But some people, they do after the news. After the news. You should have techniques, strategies after the news. If there is a gap up and the stock, in seconds we have a gap up, and then the market has gone up more, you can do that. And sometimes you have a gap up in the afternoon after the market close, and in the morning it goes down, and it opens down. It doesn't open good. So these things, you should be there in the news, and you should be very, very quick to be with the other guys. And it is difficult. It's not because you don't have the news. You have the news, but you can't go as fast as them. Okay? It's like you, when you do a race, running, okay? 100 meter running, and you are with professional athletes, excellent runners, and you are the worst. And they say, we give you the news, or we give you the shot, when they give the ring or whatever thing, and just go, and the first who reach that, we give him $20,000 or 100 million or whatever. Now, if you hear the news, you hear the shot, you hear the gun, you hear anything. But those guys are better than you. They can reach the end in a shorter time than you do. You are late. That's why do not compare yourself to other people who have big edge. They have big brokers. They have a direct access. They can get to the buy and sell quicker than you. Okay, so understand this problems, and the news are there. For example, you see the CNN, CNBC, Bloomberg TV. When there is a gap up, they show it to you. The gap up. Oh, they say there is a gap up, but you are late. The gap up is there, so you can take advantage of this. So Cosmos, understand that this fight for news is very, very difficult thing. But the news, you can access them. They are very easy. The company, you can go to the company itself. There is the investor sector. You go there and you find the link where you can listen. They will tell you when. And you can listen, and you can open your broker, and you can buy or sell short. But if you do a mistake, it will be a problem. They say good news, but you buy long, and then you find that other traders, they sell short, and you lose a lot of money. Because they don't think it's a fake news or something like that. So understand that this is a difficult thing, and don't rely to be competing with these people. You are competing with people, not with the news. News is there. Okay? Fabian, hello Kareem. Nasa, if you are day trader, you should check pre-market movers. Yes. Sometimes in stock market, you can see the futures of Dow Jones, S&P 500, Russell 2000. You can see the futures market. Futures market gives you the idea what's going on in the news before in the morning. But this understand that it is not something that you can rely and you just buy because of them. Sometimes it is good news, but the market opens bad. And it continues to be bad. So don't rely too much. You should just see the price in the stock market. Advanced Trader said, there is some analysts that work only for institutions and hedge funds to help them find good companies and good trades. But listen, Yes, they can give them a service of showing them some information about the company, but this is not a guarantee to make money. It's not a guarantee. Hedge funds are different. Hedge funds are traders. They have money to have their own people searching for information about companies, okay? And they can do trade or they can do an investment because of this information. But this is not a guarantee that they make money. Understand that. What if the market collapses? Even all the companies are good in the uptrend, but coronavirus have made all the companies go down. So they lose money, right? Yes, they lose money, although the companies are good. So you understand? It's not always analyst who shows you what to do in the stock market. Analyst is like any other person. He has an opinion. You can have another opinion. And maybe you are right, he is wrong. Okay? In Facebook before, when in 2012, when it begins like $42. Is going down until 1755. All the analysts were against it. But for me, I was always buying Facebook at the beginning. And if you go to my channel in 2012, you will see that I give a buy at 1755. Next day, it was 1999. I give a buy point for Facebook. So you understand? Sometimes you have your opinion and it is better than analyst's opinion. So don't think that this, they know the company, yes, but they don't know traders. Who changes the whole stock market? It is not the company that change. Walmart is one of the biggest companies in the world. It is one of the biggest who make money. The company make money, but the stock, go to the stock and check it. Okay? It's 100 something, 110, 105. Okay? But it makes more money than almost all the companies in USA. But the stock doesn't move that much. So you understand that what makes the stock market move, it is not the company. The company, yes, it has a reputation and something. But the people, they don't look at the reputation. They look at other things. Okay? See, for example, Amazon. See Google. Okay? See Apple. Tesla. Tesla in 3 or 4 months, it goes 300%. From 200, it goes to 700. It's just information, ideas about the people, a bubble in the stock, and it goes so good. It doesn't mean that this company has made 300% of the money, because the company price is not the company earnings. So you should understand that. There is no relation. Sometimes the company is losing money and it's going up. Okay? Is going up. I see, for example, Planet Fitness, which is a new IPO, these days, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, is going up. But Planet Fitness has stopped working and all the stores are closed. The gym are closed. So you ask yourself, why this stock is going up? Almost all the companies in America are stopping from work. Most of them. Not all, but most of them. Why they are going up now? In 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they are going up. Why? Do you understand now the difference between a company and a stock? They are in different worlds. Stock market, it is a different word than the real economy word. It's different. But analysts try to make explanations like this. Why Tesla has 300%? Oh, Tesla will make cars, electric cars. It is in the first in the world. And it is. But this doesn't explain 300%. There are other companies that are making more than Tesla money. Double, triple, 10 times than Tesla. And they are bigger. But the price doesn't move. Or sometimes it goes down. So do you see this correlation? There is no correlation at all.